Hey everybody, my name is Qwnks. Welcome back to Minecraft. Hardcore episode 2, I almost said season 2. But to kind of recap you on what we did last time, we built our little starter home. We put our mine back here that I plan to build around and cover up. We will most likely expand that island by a few blocks with the dirt we have. We just have some stuff to do. I want to build a storage shed today. I want to go mining today and hopefully make some really good progress, try to get our first bit of iron, and then I want to actually make the mine today. I do want to take this one sapling to this one log right here, and really work on that. I've noticed my game capture audio has been a little funny, so if my game capture isn't really working right, don't really let me know because I'll see it in post. But I don't really know how to fix it, so I ask that you let it go and give it time. Is that a trident or a nautilus shell? Nautilus shell. He wants to throw hands, so does he? He's just swimming. But if I'm right, I remember last time... Ooh, there's a dog here. Do I have my bones? I do. Come here, pupper. Oh, you're evil. I like you. Even though you kill a baby sea turtle. I will not throw hands with you, my man. That turtle didn't do anything to deserve what you're doing to it. What? Why are you doing this? Why are you doing this? That wasn't even worth it. I should kill you, but we're in hardcore, so I can't. But anyway, let's go check out over here. I'm a little worried, I must admit. There is some stuff down here. I'm gonna try to take a little look-see at it. If this can be our first little thing of iron, that'd be great. Takes a little bit to mine there. If I could block that off with a trapdoor, I'd block it off with a trapdoor. I can barely even enter swim mode right now. Playing a dangerous game. Well, that's our first 2 pieces of iron, so one in my book. More than that, that's okay. So with that now being done, honestly, I don't want to start on our next build right away. We really need to get material gathering, but now that we've explored that, we'll really get to work now. Also, we almost died last time, so that was fun. I want to grab this and make my bed red real quick. Turn this into... I actually do like the house, I will admit. It's nice and cozy. Not my style of building. Where's the red dye? What's been with all of my stuff lately? Oh, it's because it was sorted by non-craftables. That's unique. Oh, I can say even better. So we'll sleep. I didn't mean to sleep, but we can. So I'll take that. And let's do this to get this. That for some reason didn't set my spawn point. There we go. So here we go. All of our trees are starting to grow in again. You do not have a trident, I can tell. But one thing I want to do is I want to go look at... Well, I want to go mining today, so I want to throw you into a time lapse on that. I do need to fix this. I don't want to smelt iron just yet. So we're going to do that. Is that coal? Was that diorite? It was just diorite. It kind of looked like coal out of the corner of my eye. This is going to be really annoying. I'll probably fix this at some point, because bumping my head every time is going to suck. I should have honestly brought more torches. I'm glad to be out of the wooden age, though. Mining still feels a little slow. In fact, I still have tick lag. So my Xbox, I have one, but not what I'm on. My laptop is not doing so good. That's about adequate for another torch. If I make some sticks, I can craft a little more from here and go on our way. There is some coal right here. That's deep slate. A little past what I was expecting, admittedly, deep slate coal. I'm gonna place a temporary torch right here, just to see. Should probably be saving this deep slate coal. Wish I could silk touch it. I'm not sure if this is rare to find. I heard something about it supposedly being at least a little rare. I might be wrong though, so if I am, let me know. That's cool. Can't see much of anything up here. I'm gonna place another one? It's me. Where are you taking me? Taking me here now. Nowhere else though. That sucks. But cave sound. Awesome. So with that dirt now being out the way, that's fun. But I think what I'm gonna do, rather than just yap, I am going to throw you into a little mining time lapse. So with that being said, I'll see you in a minute. So I wasn't expecting to run into iron this quick, but here we are anyway. So that's fun. Last episode, also tough. Always follow your instincts when it comes to tough. I learned that. But one thing I will say, I was not expecting last episode to do very well. It's only been a little over a day since release. I want to mine this stuff out, see if it takes me anywhere. I'm doing something no Minecrafter should do. This may honestly lead me to nothing, but I can't help but be curious. Plus, tough never hurts to grab. Last time it led me to a mine shaft, so I'm just following my instincts. I don't think that'll be the case this time. It could just be a tough vein. I don't know though. It's taking me somewhere, so we'll see. Followed it to gravel. It's interesting. Where there's gravel, there's hope. I can't help but be curious. That was a waste of time. That was fun nonetheless. Our original one's right there. I'm gonna grab both of these, and we're just gonna move onward. That tough is going to take us nowhere. Just last time it led us to a mine shaft, so I was curious if my luck would hold out. My pickaxe is going to break. Luckily, we can already move into the iron age of it. Alright gang. So I think that's gonna be it for our mining trip for right now. Our iron pick is about to die, and I want to return home. Or not our iron pick, but our stone pick. Plus, I still need to gather materials for the storage shed. So we're gonna do that. We'll honestly probably relocate these mines, because I don't think this is going to lead us much anywhere, admittedly. Maybe it'll hold out, but you never know. I think that there's better options I can mine at than here. So we'll see, but I'm not too worried about it. It's really just I need to mine a bunch of trees, get planks, and basically do this, but in storage shed form. So really no windows because I want to maximize on chest space because I don't want my chest to be here forever. But one thing I will do is I'll go ahead and throw this iron in the smelter. I want to save this because this is our first ever stone pick. I'm sure it's still got some life left in it. But with that being said, let's get straight into tree mining. So I don't really know how you guys have been, because I don't know, first episode is quiet right now. It hasn't really gotten a chance to get out there yet. I like to give them about a day or two to really develop and see how they're going. If they're flops, they're flops, but that's alright. I haven't recorded in a while, so I'm not expecting them to be anything crazy, admittedly, but it'd be nice. Because for a minute there, view count was getting on the high side, so that's good to see. But I'm gonna throw you guys into a little tree chopping time lapse. So I will see you right after this tree is chopped. I will see you in a minute. So see you in a minute, friend. Alright, temporary time-lapse break because I want to make a new axe. Actually, let's bring our wooden one out back into the fray. It doesn't make a lot of sense, but it gets us where we need to for now, and it'll put some use on it. Let's pick up some of these saplings that have dropped, and then we'll go straight back into our time-lapse. There's a dog right there. So, alright, well, let's go straight back into her. There we go, friends. Tree chopping done. We now just need to do a lot of replanting. I do want to explore over that way at some point, because it does look like there's some fun stuff over there. I also kind of want to explore this way. It doesn't look like there's anything over there, but we'll get there when we really get suited up and stuff. When we're ready to go kind of on a journey, then we'll go. I'm hoping to, once again, make a good bit of progress today, get a build underway. I want to go ahead and get to work on a iron pickaxe as fast as I can, because the sooner I get one, the better. We don't have to use it right off the bat. I'd rather save this 2 iron than make a sword with it. So that's exactly what I'm going to do. That's a decent bit of logs. If we can get our framework done first, it'll make life a lot easier down the line. So I think that's the plan. We'll do frameworks for both the structures, regardless of if we get them. At least one of them done today, then that'd be great. So I want to do that. And then I immediately want to get back to mining, because I think it's important that we capitalize on what we can. One thing I do want to do real quick, though, is take our cobblestone, wherever it's at, right here, and I want to make a stone pickaxe. So I want to move that there. My audio is a little funky to me. I don't know if that's going to replicate for you guys, but it's a little funky on my side, so it's interesting. But I also want to make a new stone axe while I'm here. Another thing I want to do is really getting to work on aesthetics when I get the chance, because if I can get aesthetics looking good, then that's great. I'd love to get some aesthetics going. That'd be awesome. What just said? What? What? Oh, is that tick lag? What's going on here? Why can I not? What? Hold on. We'll be right back. Alright, we're back. Let's see if it works this time. So, that was weird. What in the world? And now it works. I'm very confused. I'm a little bewildered here. Not too sure what's going on with that. I'll be the first to say, that was funky. I'm not sure what was going on there, but our crafting table just forgot how to work. So, that's interesting, I'll say. Never had that happen. I want to keep the sticks. I never know when I need torches. One thing I want to do is, I don't know if this is a good idea. I want to slap a campfire right there. My audio's all types of funky. I don't know what's going on. This episode's so chaotic. I want to slap a campfire right here. Add to the nature a little bit. There's a lot of things I want to do. I also want to make a shovel. I just need a wooden shovel. I don't need anything crazy, actually. So wooden shovel will do. Boom. And then what I want to do is I want to go out to basically right here, just for now, because I've got plans as to how I want to fill this out later down the line. So we'll get to that when we get there, but that's about it for aesthetics right now. One thing I really need to get to work on is where do I want the storage shed? And I honestly think somewhere right in here wouldn't be half bad. Then again, that also feels like something that maybe should be put over here in this little corner. That way it has its own little spot. Because this is a pretty decent spot to build it, all things considered. You can put framing here. We need it to be decently big, that way we can fit some stuff in it. Stuff like that. Because what I'm going to do is I'm going to do this 2 ways. These chests are going to be set back in here. In this little section. I'll mark that off with most likely some cobblestone, so you might be able to see that. I may not, if I can remember, but essentially we're going to do that, and it's going to be 3 blocks, and this almost has it, basically. We are going to move this to right here, and then I need to break this tree, because this tree's in the way, but other than that, we're in really good shape. So I'm going to tear down this tree. This tree will not be grown back. It will be moved, but so it will be grown back. It'll just be in a different spot. So what I'm going to do here is then all I have to do is the planks through here and we're good to go. So that'll be fun. I'm going to do just a little test run. That's 5. Your chest, they'll sit back in here. So I do need to make, I'm going to make about half a stack. Probably a little bit more than I need for just framing, admittedly, so we'll see how that goes. I could do little stripped logs on the bottom, but I think I want to do this as just planks. Make it its own little dill here. So you'd have your door right in here. So I'll go ahead and I'll clear out these 3 sections, because this is where you'd really have the entrances to that section. It's pretty big for a starter thing of storage, admittedly, but I think it'll be alright, because it gives me plenty of areas to do my lighting. It gives me plenty of space to work with how I need to, because you can't see these outside blocks. And these chests are going to be here. So actually, we can move this back, but I'm not going to, because I want this to be its own little thing. Because I want the actual thing I want to do in mind be like, I want my chest to be back here. So if you think of it, we actually have 4 little walkable areas, but it's just, I'm trying to go over it without wasting too much time on it, and it's a little hard to do that because I know how I want it to look, but I don't know if you guys are going to be on the same page with me. So we're just going to have to work at it and go at it. I'll probably time-lapse a lot of the building process, because I remember when I was renovating the farms in Season 2, that's where people really seemed to get turned away, is because we were taking a little too long with building. Time-lapses were very few with that, and it was kind of interesting. So I'll try not to do that this time. I've been yapping a little bit, but that's because we're doing floorings. So there we go, that part's done. One thing I want to do, we're probably honestly going to have to get more wood. I'm glad I have, I think I did actually use those 2 other doors, now that I think about it. But, so I'd have to make more, which would suck, but at least we would have doors for later. But one thing I want to do is I want to move these up by 2. This leaf, there we go. So this will be kind of interesting. Part of me wants to do windows, but where would these windows go? Because if I put a window here, you're facing a mountain. It's good for lighting, but that's about it. I'll probably do the stair method here, where we have it going out this way. That way it's flat on the front for how I want to do my roof. Because I've got a plan for it. I just need to make it actually work. Spawning traders all over the place, but I don't want to kill them. I just don't want to, so we'll see. I'm going to need a lot of planks for this. I'm going to try... half a stack is not going to cut it. I already know that. I'm just going to keep going in variables to get what I need, so that'll be fun. I think we also have a few leftover stairs that I can use. Oh hey, would you look at that, just enough. So this should be plenty big for what I've got in mind, because I can do the little, because I can have this go here, because I'm planning on doing this little section with slabs, unless I want to, well, I'll have the roof be open designed, because it'll look unique. And then I could do, I don't know, something. I could do something. My audio is not acting right for game capture, is what I'm noticing. It's not picking it up like it should. Though it could also be because we're just walking on planks. So we'll have to monitor that, but that's fun. I don't really want to keep it going too long though. I want to go in here, grab our stairs. We're going to need a lot more than we have. And then I'm going to need a few more logs. So I'm going to make some planks. I'm then going to make some more stairs, and I'm gonna have to get more wood, but it'll be alright for right now. So I'm gonna do this like this, and then I'm gonna take our 3 ladders, and I'm going to, well, just 2 of them. I'm gonna just slide them up here. I might have to move that birch tree. It might be a little complicated to slide around. Might not cause me any trouble. We had 18, this leaves us with 4, so that takes 14 stairs. So we're gonna need a good few, meaning we're gonna have to do a lot of wood chopping, but I think it's time we go mining, because I want to put that on hold just for a minute. That way we can continue mining. So I will see you guys when we are down there. Alright, hey everybody, we're down here now. So that's fun. Let's go 4 more blocks out this way. I did that just so I could get the room I needed. So we're gonna sit here and mine for a little bit. I might time-lapse you, I might not, depending on how quick we find ore. But it's not as quick as when we did it the first time, which is a shame. Interesting that there was just a regular piece of stone there. No more tough on this side, by the way. I'm starting to think my tough instincts were onto something. So I don't think that's the case, but I think what I will do on the other hand, though, which, Y0 is an interesting spot to mine. There's always sweet spots for certain ores, but I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to throw you guys into a time-lapse, and I will see you when we're done. So, I hate to say it, but I think this side's gonna be a bust, so that could be kind of bad, depending on how you look at it. Because it's tough, it could have led us to something, for all I know. Because if I just want to sit here and I want to mine down twos, I might find something. I can't help but be terrified, though. I mean, there's something down here, other than tough. Deep slate, I guess. We'll try it. We'll do a little bit of mining down here just for funsies. I don't think we'll find anything, but we'll do it. I don't see why not. Tick lag on that. So I do think it is hardware kind of being mean to me and slowing me down. That's probably why the Qwnks didn't want to register, but when I was trying to craft those earlier. I really want to sit here and work at it until I find something, but I'll be here for ages at that point, and I'm trying not to do that. If I had my hands on an actual cave, different story, but as of right now, I don't. If I happen to find a cave, even better, but I don't think that'll be the case. Just kind of looking around for funsies. I didn't find anything of importance, so I'm not going to worry about it. I'll give up a little bit of deep sleep. That was our little old area right there. We'll just get that straight up, and we will go straight back to the surface. Hi everybody. We're back at the surface. We're back at home. There's a creeper out there somewhere, so I've got to be very careful. I think one of the things I want to do with my iron, which could be controversial, is make a shield. But in order to do that, oh, I do have doors. I can save. Cool. I'm gonna go ahead and head out here. I'm gonna fight the bullet. I don't know where this creeper's at. He's over there. At least one of them is. I really like... That was terrifying. So, that spider's mad at me for some reason. Then that's gonna be... Dude, he snuck up on me. That's the one thing I didn't want to happen, and he did it. That could have been really bad, because I didn't even hear him fizz up. I didn't even hear his little spark. There's a creeper over that way. Gotta be mindful of him. So if he wants to come throw hands, I want to throw hands with him. Push him back a little bit. There we go, kill him. Keep our land a little bit safer. So there we go. We now just need to get the materials to continue this. So we're gonna have to do a lot of tree chopping. So that's fun. We don't have a whole lot on our land right now, which I'm not happy about. We have 16 saplings, so I'm gonna plant one here. Man, that tick lag is bad. One back here, kind of in the middle. Plant one right here. Plant one right here. Plant one, for some reason, right here. Plant one right here. That tree just grew, because I saw that. I want to plant one close to home. Right, maybe in here. So there we go. That's a few trees, and we should now be good. So that being said, I want to let those grow. I want to leave these here for a little bit, because we have nowhere near enough here. So what I'm going to do instead is I'm going to go over here. Pray I don't get hit by a trident or something. And then we will get started on another tree chopping time lapse. Woohoo! 2! So, with that being said, I will see you after this time lapse is over. Alright, so we're now done with that. Probably, once again, nowhere near enough logs, but really, all of that's done. So we can kind of move on from that, and we can really just move to roofing, and then doing the final detailing on the inside. I want to get the roof done first, because that'll help me decide everything else that comes after. One thing I like doing, which I might debate on changing, is moving this here, and letting this be planks, and rolling with it that way. I never really was a big fan of having logs be on the outer structure like this. Maybe it'll grow on me, maybe it won't, but I'm gonna move it because I feel better doing it that way. This takes no time at all. You're just sitting here, you're taking these, and you're moving them. That's exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to take these and I'm just going to shift it by one to the right on this side or the left on the outside. It takes no time. It just changes it a little bit. So we'll take a look at it and really decide then. So if that would leave 3, and then this would leave 3 on that side, you still get sort of the same effect, just ever so slightly different. I will say the hardware tick lag has gotten really bad. My laptop has never ran as bad as it has been lately, and I don't exactly know why it's the way that it is. It's really just, I've changed the thermal paste to get it running cooler. That was working, and I'm not entirely sure if it's sticking though. So I'm not too sure why it's running bad, but it is, and it sucks. Because I'm having moments like this where we have really bad tick lag, and I hate it. So, nothing I can do about it, but it does suck. I do want to make 2 crafting tables. I want to have one over this way because I want this to serve as just anywhere I need to craft on the go to save time. I can do that basically. I'm going to need a whole stack of stairs. I'm actually probably not. I'm probably crafting too many, admittedly, but oh well. F it, we ball. I only took half a heart of damage from that. That's very surprising because I still have to do the bottom bits and stuff like that. And it's just this whole mess. I'm gonna go ahead and get this moving up. That way it's a little easier to chart where I need to get. I just fell off that, but I took no damage. I should be able to just jump straight back up. Who says you need ladders when you got the environment around you? So here we go. Let's get these up, and then we'll get the roof done, and then that'll be that. I told myself I would time-lapse this build, but I've been yapping through it. I really have, but not much I can do about it. I just yap because I've got nothing better to do. But once this one stair on this side is done, I will throw you guys into a time-lapse. Another one. We've done a lot this episode. I was still muted. I was fighting a drone. I thought I very quickly hit the M key, and I was fighting that drone, so I was talking through that. But we'll include that into the time lapse because funsies. However, I was gonna say we were taking a break. That way I could sleep the day away and not have to fight the mobs because I'm trying to get this done. Because we are almost there, but we are out of stairs again. Break through that. Oh, that's a zombie villager. He's just gonna have to burn. He can't pathfind to that ladder, can he? No, he burned to death. Poor soul. But I'm going to close that because I need to make my stairs. 12. 12 is not going to cut it. I figured it would. I didn't expect this to take more than a stack, so it kind of got me on that one. Oh, he's still kicking. Holy shit, he's alive. I was going to say that's kind of good, but he's proven me wrong. Once more. I'm going to need more logs. All this tree chopping it's really getting to me. Man, where are all you guys coming from? That's a creeper. We're gonna fight him away from some of this. There we go. You just kind of back up, you take them strategically. So there we go. We really need to start replanting the trees that we're chopping because we just have a bunch of stumps lying around and it's not doing so good. So I'll have to look into that and we'll have to work at that. But that poor sheep. So that's fun. But we'll try to take these logs, get these planks crafted, and then make some torches with those planks. Or not torches, but stairs. So we'll do that, and then we'll wrap up this build, and that'll be fun. I don't think we'll wrap up this episode just yet, because we're not even an hour in, so stay posted on that. I gotta say, taking all this fall damage like this is not great. Most definitely one of my problems, but oh well. This roof is going up and getting real stout here. Oh, that's a pain. You're gonna do me like that, where I'm 3 stairs short? That's just mean. I guess let's break these stumps and get planting these trees. One thing I will do is I'll go ahead and make another stone axe. Unless my wooden one still has some life in it, in which case I'll use my wooden one. It does have some life in it still. Always welcomed. Not great to have to go back to it, but it is welcomed. So there we go. We'll just start throwing these back in. Also, I've noticed that this entrance does not line up with this entrance, but that's okay. As much as I love symmetry, you can't always have it, and I feel like that's gonna be a-okay. So I'm just gonna go through, take these stumps out, and replace them with as many saplings as I can. So that's as good as we're gonna get for right now, because I have no more saplings to put down. So it's as good as we're getting. We still have to do a few other things, but the majority of this is done. I don't have to finish and furnish it today. It'd be better if I did, but I already know I'm most likely not gonna make that happen. So I'm gonna go ahead and slide that right there, and then take this ladder, and I want to move it by 1 to right here. That way access remains for the stairs that we do need. But this should be just enough planks to get the stairs that we need. So the second we can get that done and this build all pretty much nice and wrapped up in a little white bow, all the better. Because then we'll have this build nice and completed. I still have to do the planks and then the slabs, but we have a little bit left over on that, so we don't need anything like crazy. So we're gonna need about 6 here. This puts me in a really bad spot, all things considered, because that leaves me with 2. That's not enough to make any slabs. So that was without a doubt 6 that I needed, but you can't craft in 3s, so one thing I will do is I'll head down here. I still need more stairs, but honestly, I don't think I'll worry about it as much as I should, because this is not going to be very hard to wrap up with just the slabs. We're going to need 3 slabs, and we get 6. So we'll have a actually net positive out of that, but we'll have a negative in logs. Do we have anything in here? Not by the looks of it. Sorry, I'm really burpy right now. I don't know why. But we'll come out with a net positive. Then we'll make 8 stairs to do what we can for the front. It's gonna look weird leaving it set it drown. We're gonna need to do these. I think there's a zombie somewhere. If there's a cave under us, that's what I'm hearing. Oh, it's a drown. Drowned it is. So there we go. We come out with 3 slabs. All the better. I'm glad fall damage is so little right now. I only need 6 stairs, but I'm sadly not going to be able to get unless I take down a few more logs that I can't exactly replant right now. Well, we can take one max. We'd have to cut down more trees though, and that's just something that isn't my style. This would be enough. So I'm going to take this tree down here. There we go. Gets me just enough to get what I need done. So at least for the front anyway. Who cares about the back? Hey, I forgot to craft 4 stairs, not 6. So it'll be enough for, if I can get it to work right, this front bit, and then we'll take 15 stairs later down the line. I'll probably do it off cam for thumbnail reasons, depending on the angle I go at, because I can't. The only way I'd be able to move this world to a creative world for another copy to do thumbnails is if I were to move it to Java and then move it back into Bedrock each and every time. And that's just a mess, so I think we're going to try to do these worlds as best we can. Honestly, I think I'm willing to cut down on a few tree stumps without the saplings. I like to replant the trees I'm growing, but I think it'll be alright if I let a few go for the sake of finishing the job. So that's exactly what I'm going to try to do, is just get these stairs all nice and wrapped up, at least some of them. It doesn't have to be all of them, just a few to save future me some time. See, there we go, front's all done. Looks so much better. We don't have to do the back if we really don't want to, but I'm going to at least start it. As very tight space back there. We've done a lot of very small builds is also something I'm noticing. We're doing a lot of smaller builds where things are a lot smaller. This can still be what I need it to be if I want to take the logs and drape them up here. And I can't by any means do what I want to do, but it could act as support to an extent. It could try to support things, or it could be just decorative. So we'll look into that. I wanted to make a little more progress today than I originally thought we would. None of this has grown as I've expected, and really right now I want to get into a whole other niche where I want to take a shovel and I want to just move that out. I want a path. I want to play around with pathing because it's fun. I will say, probably I've been sleeping a lot of the days away, but that's because I feel like I almost have to. Like, I'm terrified. And so, what can I do about it? I can't really do anything. I signed up to play hardcore, and that's what we're doing. I can play it as scared as I want, and that'll be that. Judge me all you like, don't really care. It's not my business. I will say, this would be the perfect spot for a little well of sorts. It would be actually kind of adorable. Putting a little well in here, that's certainly one way to do it. I do think it's a little too small for that, though. So that kind of sucks, unless I want to do this middle portion as the well, and leave a little more walking room on these sides here. Then I can do that. I just watch that tree grow in my peripheral vision. And then I can take this and I can really work it out and over and get it lined up with this door. And that would be really cool. So we would have to do under here just a little bit, but that's about it. We wouldn't have to do a whole lot there. Something I can honestly do later down the line where we're splitting it off at corners and we could split it off this way. It's certainly a unique way of doing it. I'm not a big fan of pathing in this game with how it works. It's unique, but I don't mind it. I don't hate it. It looks a little funky because I'm doing it in threes, so we're going from a 3 wide. And if we went this way, it would be probably another 3 wide, admittedly. And it would be the same going this way, but this way would lead you to the docks. So it would most likely actually split off and go straight. So that's one way to look at it, but it's kind of coming out the way I want it to in my mind. So I think that's really how I'm gonna look at it, is if it's looking like I want it to, then let's rock with it. I don't have enough iron to make a bucket, which really sucks, because this would be a really cool looking little well that we have. And I don't want to waste too much of a cobblestone, because we don't have a whole lot. I had a whole different kind of fountain method in mind, but if we wanted to do something kind of like that, we could, or if we wanted to just let it exist as is, and put a tree in the middle, like a custom tree. We could do that too, and do like a little tree. Whoa, it felt a little funky there. I will say, if this was trimmed in, where we went in by 2 on each side, it would make it a little easier to work with. So I just want to see how it looks. It might be a little too little space to work with. Because if it were just 3s, different story, could fill something in there, but I don't think I'm gonna get what I want out of it, because we could do something in this space. I just don't know what. I mean, we could put something here. We could have something sit here. I don't know what we'd put here, admittedly. Leave your suggestions in the comments, but this is gonna be temporarily here in case we put some type of structure here, or some type of little wall, something, just to have it here and sit here. We could just put something here for little detailing. Admittedly though, I think I'm gonna fill it back up with dirt, so we'll do that, because I want as much cobblestone as I can, or I could just have it be flat pathing, so I could do that. But we'll figure out what we want to do in that space. If you want me to cut it on one end and make one side of the path a little wider than the other, then I most certainly can. That scared me half to death. But I think that's really gonna wrap it up for the aesthetics I want to do, because I don't have any shears, so I can't line it with leaves or make it look too terribly pretty. But it is a nice little start, and I do like the way it's coming along, because you're heading out from here, you're leaving your doorway, you have a path going straight to storage. If I wanted to, I could go ahead and pre-plan for the docks right in here, where if I wanted to go ahead and path these little 3 blocks here out. And admittedly, I don't think it'll be 3 blocks, but if I wanted to leave that as is, and I want to cut this tree out and say, hey, this tree's in the way, it needs to move, then I could very much so say, hey, this tree needs to go, I don't need it, and we'll just let it decay on its own. We'll go ahead and pre-plan our paths, and that'll be that. I wanted to make a little more progress this episode, I truly did, but it clearly just isn't in the deck of cards. There we go. See, this is a little more used to the paths I'm doing compared to that one. But I think it's cool having stuff like that, where you can have your dot go straight out here, and you still get things to work with you, and you could even do something like a little garden, or something in here. You have a lot of things you can do in this space. I could put something here, some type of little water thing, or whatever we might need. Make a little aesthetic well, a little water wide well. It no doubt could work. It just has to be done right. You can do this base as cobblestone, that, or you can just line up your... If this were a little bit wider, we could do it 4 wide, but I don't really want to do that. I almost feel like it would take up a little too much scenery, so I like having it a little bit open. We want to make another stone pickaxe, is what we want to do. So that's exactly what we're going to do. I'm not going to fiddle with it, though. I've wasted a good little bit. I'm just fiddling around, seeing how it looks, seeing if it's worth it. And I don't think it is. I like having it nice and open. We could do something here. I don't doubt that. I can change the way the pathing would work around it. If I wanted to take off the 4 corners here and make it a little more of an odd shape, I very much so could. But ideally, I think having it nice and flat would work in our favor until I can make something that feels a little more natural to it. Because as much as I want to have something in the middle of this, I don't know what. Because you take out these 3, it leaves you 2 wide on each side. Let's see, how many digs does this have in it? 4. I think we're gonna put this back. We'll figure out what to do with the space. Actually, this is a 3 wider. I knew something didn't look right there. So we'll figure out what to do with that space. I'm not gonna dwell on it. So if you have any suggestions as to what to put there, let me know. We'll put something there. But other than that, I think really this is going to be where it wraps up. We already have next project planned, where I want to hopefully get some iron. I pray, because if I don't get it, I might just cry. We'll see. So let's empty our inventory, and then we'll roll outro. Alright. So, my name is Qwnks, and this has been this episode of Minecraft Hardcore. I will see you guys in the next video. If you have any feedback for today's build, let me know, and we'll adjust for it as we go. So that'll be fun. Next build, I won't spoil, but with the pathing, you can get the hint. We might not even need one there, admittedly, but next episode, I'm really praying that I can actually do 2 projects this go round. I'll have to do a lot of gathering off camera, because I don't like doing it on camera. It's not very good for that, but I won't really, once again, dwell on it too much. My name has been Qwnks. This has been this episode of Minecraft Hardcore, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye bye, my friends.